In every city, there are hidden gems, small kitchens where love, heritage, and flavor come together to tell a story. For Anne, a mother of four who traded court cases for cooking pots, Anne's Calabar kitchen was her dream. One born of resilience, grief, and hope. But like many small businesses, her journey began quietly and almost ended before it began, until chance encounter changed everything. Honorable Osita Chidoka, former Minister of Aviation, who is an advocate for women-led enterprises and a man with a passion for food rooted deeply in childhood memories. One meal, one post, and suddenly, Aunt's Calabar kitchen was no longer hidden. A lesson that influence, when used right, can open doors for others.
So, being a poor civil servant, my grandmother, to supplement the growing family, because every 2 years she had a child, and very soon they were about, by mid 50s, there were about 6 children in the house. She started a food business. And the food business was primarily because when you sell food, the family at least gets to eat food. So that way there was no issue about food. So she got some little capital and started cooking up until 1970s. If you go to MDS in Opera Avenue, she had a food place where she cooked. So all my uncles, every morning, everybody woke up at 4:30, 4 in the morning, pounding yam, cassava, making gari. The soup is made, and they all carry it on their head and take it to her eating point. So that her family survived, that she was able, out of that poverty, to train 3 lawyers, a doctor, and almost 7 graduates out of her kids, was a monument to what that food business did for her, to what a female entrepreneur can do for a family. So I grew up watching that whole cooking process every morning. I grew up, eating whenever we stayed in her house. Early morning, we had food to eat before we went to school, either the beans they've made or the yam and the sauce and all of that. And I saw how people can overcome poverty, being entrepreneurial. So my grandmother, if you ever asked her for money, she always had some money with her because she was entrepreneurial. So I took a positive attitude to hard work. So when I got to the point where my voice could be heard, I had a special passion to support female entrepreneurs. So I decided that part of my policy is anywhere, any city I get to, I ask my Facebook followers to choose a local restaurant. And we normally go to the local restaurant. That brings automatic advertisement to the owner. We eat there. I pay for the food. Sometimes I have up to 200 people turning up. The last time we went to a Millie restaurant, we were over 230 people that came. We finished all the food she had that day from just my Facebook followers. And I believe it's my own little support to female entrepreneurs. I believe that an investment in female entrepreneurs is an investment in life, in future, because they take care of the home. They take care of their children. Emily has grown to a big woman today from her food business. I knew her in Obioma Street, Emily Restaurant. I knew her when I was in the university. We lived together in Obioma Street near my grandparents. And I knew when she started from a butcher in Obioma Street and then went on to the market before she came to Presidential Road, and now she bought a house of her own, and she now has that building called the Emily Restaurant. This is a testament to what can happen when female entrepreneurs meet opportunity. When I was at the Federal Road Safety, I made her my sole caterer because she had always supported my events when I was in Enugu campus. So I know the power of what female entrepreneurs can do. And I think that if we support that ecosystem, if we support the women who wakes up every morning and struggles to feed people so that they can feed their own homes, so that they can pay their children's school fees, we'll be investing in the future of our children. And I'm a city boy here. I grew up here. So I stepped out. I was going to Choice restaurants to eat, Choice in Independence Layout. So as I came out, my drivers had gone. So I saw a taxi. I came to drop somebody in the hotel. I said, Choice is close by. So, but by a stroke of luck or something, the guy that he dropped came back and said, this is not where he's going to, he's going to somewhere else. I said, can we all ride together? He said, well, why not? So he said, where are you going, sir? I said, I'm going to Choice Restaurant. So as we stepped out, he said, okay, since you're going to Choice, it means you like good food. I said, yes, I do. He said, why don't you try Calabar Kitchen? That is a new place in town. The food is amazing. If you like Choice, I know you will like Calabar Kitchen. I said, but I haven't heard of a Calabar Kitchen in Enugu before. He said, well, I think it's new, but I went there, the food is excellent. So I told the taxi driver, Tom, let's go to Calabar Kitchen. So that's how I ended up here. I didn't know the owner. I didn't know who was Anne. As I ate the food, I was like, whoa, this is really good. And I was the only person here on that day. There was no other client. And the food was freshly made. So I took a picture of the food. I took a picture of me eating the food. And I said, I'll come back tomorrow. So the following day, I told some of my friends at the CIC place, I went to this place, it's amazing. I ate afang soup the first day. I'm going back to eat a dikaiko soup. So a few of them said, okay, they will come too. So they all came. And then I came back, ate the dikaiko soup. I was like, wow, this is Premier Division. So I took another picture. And then on my way back to Abuja, I posted it. I said, new eating place in Enugu. Because my followers know me and restaurants and food. So it was like, wow. By the time I looked at my phone, after I landed in Abuja, it was already 200,000 views. It was already like 700 comments. I was like, this is really hitting. And because I tied it to this MBA conference, I said, if you're in Enugu for MBA conference, check out Aunt's Calabar Kitchen. Then the calls started coming. Where is the Calabar Kitchen? I've been looking for it. So I then now said, who is the owner? She came to greet me the second day I came, but I didn't connect the two. And my question was, who is this Igbo woman doing Calabar Kitchen? Then they said, oh no, she's from Akwa Ibom or somewhere. I said, okay. But that's the Niger nation. That's the Nigeria we want. That's the Nigeria we want to build. She came to Enugu, she lives here, she owns a restaurant. And this goes to the stereotype that goes around the whole country that non-Igbos are not allowed to own property in Igbo land.
I'm Barrister Mrs. Anne Wokoro. I'm from Akwa Ibom State. I have 4 kids, a boy, and 3 girls. Okay, how I came into the business Anne's Calabar Kitchen. In Igbo land here, I'm Akwa Ibom. I'm from Akwa Ibom State, I know. So they're not used to eating afang, edikaikong, fisherman's soup. Most restaurants you go to is either onubu or ra and all. So you rarely. So I needed to bring something different, authentic, unique, So that's and because I love to cook, so it's kind of one of the things I love doing. So I'm talented. So I'm like, okay, and I think it's about time. And also inspiration, and from friends, they I had a friend who kept saying, I also have a fashion house and couture, which is still running at the time. So you have to. My friend just kept telling me, this fashion, you've been on it for a while now, and you love to cook. You have passion for cooking. You love cooking and you love good food. So why not try this out? It kept going on and on and on about it. I'm like, okay, it's about time. Let me just bring something different to Enugu. So that's how, you know, Aunt's Calabar Kitchen came about. Before the MBA conference, the Honorable Minister Osita Chidoka came over to eat. I didn't even know because my girl came to take his order. So he ate. I think the day he came in, he had our edikaikong soup. I think edikaikong or afang soup, and I guess that was so good. And he had to do a comeback. Okay. When the day he came, I came out and I saw him and was like, whoa! He was just sitting all by himself alone, trying to eat his food. I'm like, oh my God, the ex-minister is here, So I had to go to him. You're welcome, sir. How did you get to know about this place for you to just walk in and then sit down? Because what we do is an a la carte. We start we make it fresh, from the start, fresh from the pot. So he was like, so you love good food. So if you love good food, I think I can recommend a restaurant, Aunt's Calabar Kitchen. So he was like, okay, I'll check it out. Where exactly? Location 51 Za Street. And that was how he came in here. Oh my God. We've been overwhelmed. He took us from like, from one to like 1 billion. I don't even know how to put it. We are that excited because he did a post, put it on his Facebook page and on Instagram. He actually tagged us to on Instagram, Aunt's Calabar Kitchen, and then that was it. The next day, I didn't even know this happened because I didn't know. My phone just kept ringing for food order. I'm like, what's going on? Each time I pick up my phone, are you Aunt's Calabar Kitchen? I'm like, what's really happening? And then from there, I started getting messages, WhatsApp messages, posts. I'm like, Jesus, he did this. So I tried to call him, but I couldn't get through to him to say, oh my God, sir, you actually did this for us. Like, free publicity, nothing. We didn't, this, we didn't pay for it. The calls I'm getting today because of the posts, Jesus, all we need to say, all I'm saying is I'm super grateful because that was just the beginning of Aunt Scooter's success. A lot happened from that one post. From that post, other I think other platforms started sharing it on their platform, and then we had MBA coming. From that post, MBA had confidence in me that I could deliver. So MBA gave me a job to cook for their VVIP. That Aunt's Calabar Kitchen will cook for the VVIP for 3 days, and I was also cooking for the president, like every day, his lunch, his breakfast. So this opened a lot of doors, a lot of opportunities. The effect of that impact, we are still feeling it. We are still under it. Like right now, we have guests already seated at the restaurant to eat. I can't actually tell the success of this kitchen without mentioning his name.
Beyond the viral moments lies a bigger picture, one of resilience, empowerment, and cultural connection. Anne now looks to expand her restaurant, while Chidoka continues his mission to preserve local flavors and champion small businesses. Because sometimes the simplest acts, like sharing a good meal, carry the greatest impact.
First, I want when next the minister comes back, he's going to be super proud because his influence is doing a whole lot in the business. Right now, I'm really excited. I'm happy. I could say, oh, Anne, you could do this. Let's do this. Like expanding where the restaurant is. That's the first I'm going to do. By next month, September, before end of September, we're going to make it bigger. from there, it's going to be a lot bigger to contain. Like you want to have parties, and you want to have some kind of family gathering. So we could give that offer. So I'm thinking of bringing in more options to enhance Calabar Kitchen. So that's just the dream. But first, I'm going to start with the expansion of the business.
Find more people who will benefit from this. Find more businesses, especially small restaurant bookers, women who are struggling. I'm very particular about them because the money to women is money to the children, is money to the family. I am a living proof of it. My grandmother, for 35 odd years, carried her pan of food to MDS in Upper Avenue, and she trudged on every morning. All my uncles, did that. They pounded the yam, and that was what took them to university. That's what took them to where they are today. And I believe that opportunity is open to more families. That opportunity is open to more people today. And all we need to do is to consciously support these businesses. So it is family, it is community, and it is country. And for these three to happen, women are critical and vital to making the family work. So I look forward to more opportunities to impact businesses like this.
But this is not just the story of a restaurant. It is the story of how authenticity meets opportunity and how one voice can turn a hidden kitchen into a home for everyone. Welcome to Home Flavors, where food, influence, and dreams come together in one plate.